Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful friends. How are you all doing? Welcome, welcome to the Real Juicy Detox. Welcome to my lounge, and welcome to me. I'm Berns. I am your certified detox specialist. So, if you are here for the very first time, I want to give you a special shout out, a special welcome. Stick around. We do a little bit of bouncing, we do a little bit of connecting with each other. And if you have any detox questions, feel free to ask them, okay? I'm your detox specialist, so I'm here to help you with whatever you need help with on your detox journey. And what is a detox journey? Well, on our detox journey, we are consuming mainly fruits, melons, and berries, baby. Oh, there goes my lymphatic flow already. The minute I've been up for about an hour in bed, listening to a few different YouTube videos, walked around a little bit in the house, of course, went to the bathroom, got the kitties their food. No weeping out of the eye. The second I get on the bouncer and I start bouncing, the rebounder, not the bouncer, my lymphatic flow starts moving and I can feel it immediately. My left eye, it's always my left eye starts watering. So here at the Juicy Detox, here at the Real Juicy Detox, we do this thing called detoxifying our body with living food in order to tap into our inner world of health and vitality. So if that is something you're interested in, you're in the right place. Stick around, drop a comment, drop it like it's hot, baby. Drop a comment and I will bring your comment up on camera. Good morning, Carrie. You're not new in class, you've been here before, but let me ring a little bell for you. My good friend Carrie is in the house. How are you doing, beautiful? I'm so glad to see you. Cindy is here. How's your head? My head is feeling all right. My bladder infection, however, not so much. And I seriously contemplated not doing class this morning, and I thought, you know what, the best thing that I can do for myself right now with these detox symptoms is get on the rebounder and get that lymphatic system flowing. I'm not kidding you. I thought last night, I don't know if I'm going to do class tomorrow. I woke up in the middle of the night, don't know if I want to do class today. I kind of want to have a me day and just conserve all of my energy. And then I thought, you know what, Berns? Your body needs a bounce. Your body is showing signs of detox happening. Let's help your body through that instead of the default mode of stay in bed, pull the covers up over my head, and sleep all day. I'm like, you know what? This is a beautiful way to help the body clear out all of that stagnation that is going on, whatever bladder infection or upper urinary tract infection that I have. This will be the best thing for it. So just get out of bed, put some clothes on. Other people are waiting to bounce with you. Who's bouncing with me? Who's bouncing with me up in this house? Good morning, Dazzy. How are you? Any advice for white potato addiction? Yes, I have some advice for you, my friend. Trying to go deep with detox, but the white potato just gets me. I know. That white potato, that cooked, cook up some mashed potatoes and put a bunch of sour cream and all the fixins and all the butter and all the cream. And yeah, that's comfort food, right? I will tell you what my advice for that is. I found something. Good morning, Wanda. So right now I am loving jicama. My gird. Jicama is my new obsession. And I don't know if you know about jicama, Dazi. I don't know. I think I can't remember what your background is, but a lot of cultures, especially the Mexican culture, loves their jicama. The Asian cultures love their jicama. And I started to use jicama this week, and I am blown away. I used it, I riced it into a very fine, like cauliflower rice, but not because I can't handle cauliflower. I swear to God, I can't. Can't do it. I just can't do it. Jicama is a beautiful turnip. It's part of the it's a root of the legume family, actually. And yeah, in the sushi rice, holy crap, I'm so blown away how it worked in the sushi. And last night I was researching some jicama mashed potatoes. So I'm going to get some more jicama today, and I'm going to experiment with some jicama fries and some jicama mashed potatoes. And I'm going to experiment with some raw vegan. It's all going to be raw. And it's going to be delicious. It's going to be amazing. And some raw vegan gravy. I want to make mashed potatoes and gravy today. You know, when you're feeling a little under the weather, you kind of want some of that comfort food. Potatoes usually is the thing that we go to. Cooked potatoes, though, are really, really starchy and really, you know, can be very acidic in the body. So, and doing it raw potatoes, you can actually eat raw potatoes. They're actually very astringent in the body, but they don't really taste that great, you know, raw. So anyhow, I'm going to make it with jicama and bring you guys along on that journey. Good morning, Janelle. How are you doing, my darling? So good to see you here. Giovanna is here. Oh my gosh, Giovanna, good morning, good afternoon. How are you doing? I hope that you are doing well, my beautiful girl. Oh my goodness. Janelle, that sounds good, right? You think you could make like a rice out of the jicama? I picked some up yesterday. Do I think? Yeah, baby. You missed the class on, was it Friday, you guys? I think it was Friday. I did sushi. It is the easiest thing. You chop it up, you put it in your Vitamix or a high-speed blender, you cover it with water, or actually not even a high-speed blender, just a blender with a big bowl. I'm not sure. You can do it in like one of those shake blenders, but just do it in smaller batches. Just chop it up into small cubes and then fill it over, bring the water over top of that so that it's floating. And then you whiz it a few times and it just, that's called a wet chop. And you put it in a vegetable strainer bag or a nut milk bag, and you squeeze out all of the liquid out of it. And then what I did for sushi rice is I drizzled some rice wine, organic seasoned rice wine vinegar, some sesame oil, a little bit of salt, and some powdered or finely chopped up in your small blender white chia seeds. That white chia seed is going to make it all stick together like a sticky rice. I swear to God, Dali said yesterday when I made the ones for our little trip out to get his truck camper, I don't know if any of you followed that in my stories, but Dali was like, oh my effing G, this tastes amazing. And for Dali, that is some high praise. Usually when he really likes something, he'll be like, yeah, that's not bad. I'm like, not bad? Baby, come on now. Let me just give you a little ESL, English as a Second Language refresher. Not that bad. That's like, that's all right. OM effing G, that is the kind of response I would be looking for. And he absolutely loved it. He had some more this morning that was left over. And remember, I was saying, I don't know if he's going to like it. I'm not sure. He's kind of, you know, sometimes he's a little bit specific in his taste and what he likes. Loved it. He absolutely, absolutely loved it. So give it a try. Responding to Crystal, do you think you could make like a rice out of the jicama? Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Good morning, Carol. How are you? Dottie. Dot in the background here. Hi, Dottie. Good morning, Terry. Still have the migraine, but knowing I'm detoxing is making me stronger. Yesterday, when we were out, we went out to pick up the Dali's new truck camper, his vintage truck camper that he's going to be rebuilding. And by the time we got to the spot, it was like 3 o'clock, and I had a migraine hit me right between the eyes. Oh my God. And from 3 o'clock till 8 o'clock, I think, it took him 5 hours to get that bad boy up on the trailer. I was sitting in the truck. I was not feeling very good at all. I was nauseous. I had a really bad migraine. And then as we pulled out at 8 o'clock, every 15 minutes I was like, babe, I gotta pee. Can you find another gas station? And then I would sleep. And then I'd wake up. I'd be like, I gotta go to the bathroom again. And then the second time it happened, I was like, oh, snap. I've got a bladder infection. Dang. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So this morning, woke up this morning, bladder infection is still in effect. Migraine headache is gone, although I feel a little bit, you know that after the migraine haze, I'm kind of in that. So what did I do? Got on my rebounder. Wanted to stay in bed, got on my rebounder. Sometimes you just gotta do what your body needs, not necessarily what you want to do. I would recommend getting on the rebounder. The rebounder is a really, really good way to get your lymphatic system, which holds all of the toxins in your body. And oftentimes a headache is just a result of a lot of toxins being congested up here. And then your bowels, this affects your bowels. So try to make sure that your bowels are moving. Are you constipated? How many bowel movements have you had yesterday? How many bowel movements have you had today? If you're stuck at all with the bowel movements, you want to get that cleaned out. I would recommend taking some Cascara Sagrada. I recommend eating jicama. That jicama is making me poop in all kinds of amazing ways. I'm so blown away by the fiber effect of the jicama. So, hot and cold showers. Of course, I couldn't do that, but my hands were freezing yesterday, being out in the cold truck all day. So I just put my hands frequently at the back of my neck and just pressed into some of these, just wherever I could press that I could feel a little bit of tension and then release. This is detox, baby. This is detox. You're not doing anything wrong. This is just lymphatic waste being stirred up in your body so that it can be flushed out. And sometimes in the stirring up of these things, as these things pull and astringe out of the body, it can show up like a headache, like a bladder infection, like swelling. It could feel like you're getting worse, but really it's part of the healing process. So I'm with you there, Terry. Good morning, Rockstar. I got 150 gift card for applying for Amazon Prime credit card and used it to order my sauna. Yes. Oh my goodness. Well done, Rockstar. Awesome. I wanted to ask you what temperature you set your dehydrator to dry the veggie burgers. Great question, Carol. Nothing over 120 degrees. Now my dehydrator, there's a setting, it goes 113 degrees, and then the next setting up from that is 122. And I have put a temperature gauge inside of the dehydrator to see what temperature it actually gets to. And it actually only gets to 118 degrees, even though I set it to 122. So I would say 113, between 113 and 118. Anything over 120 will cook your food. So you don't want to cook and kill out the live enzymes in your food. You want it to stay bright and vibrant. You're just wanting to slowly dehydrate out the water molecules out of your food. And you can do that at even lower than 113. But me, I will set it to either 113 or 122, but that means 118 on my dehydrator. Good Sunday morning to you, Carlene. How are you doing, darling? How is your busy schedule going? I hope that you are doing well. So yeah, so bouncing on the rebounder is really, really good, you guys. Even when you, especially when you don't feel like doing it, that because you might have a headache, and if you do have a headache, I don't recommend doing as much bouncing as I've been doing right now. I recommend keeping your feet. Let me see if I can turn this down without it falling over completely. There we go. If I have a headache, like a headache that is active, I would just keep my feet on the rebounder, not moving my feet off of the rebounder at all. It's funny, I was watching some rebounding videos today by other people, and it's like, dang, y'all are killing it in that rebounding room. Not me. I'm not up for that at all. I want something gentle that I can feel like, yeah, I can do that. Because you know what? I have been so active in the gym on so many different levels. I don't want that in my life right now. I want easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl action. I want easy. So what I usually do is I will pick up the heels of my feet, and I just do that's what I've been doing all morning so far. So it gives a nice little bounce, and that zero gravity force that you get when you bounce is what's going to cause your lymphatic vessels to open and close, because we do not have a pump in our lymphatic system. And what is your lymphatic system? Your lymphatic system is that beautiful network of structural stuff, that beautiful network, much like your circulatory system that touches every single cell in the body. Because, you know, what happens if you cut off blood flow to an area? Your cells die. This helps in the same way that lymphatic system, which surrounds your entire body, every single cell in the body, is your sewage system. And when our sewage system is backed up, because we're not opening up the kidneys, our kidneys are not filtering, and everything is stagnant. What happens when you have our little pond outside? Poor thing. Our pump is broken in our pond, and in the summertime it gets filled with muck and algae, and it's disgusting, right? It's the same thing in our body. If we are not moving and pumping our lymphatic system, our sewage system, our immune system, then the body it's going to suffer. It's going to back up all of the sewage all throughout our body. That's in fact how my mom passed away. She died of septic shock. Yeah. So it's so important to do this. So important to do this. Like I said, sometimes I don't feel like doing this. I don't feel like doing this on a day like today, you know, but this is exactly the thing that my body needs. The other things that I'm taking for my bladder infection are D-mannose. I'm taking a teaspoon of that quite more frequently than the bottle. This stuff is like expensive. It's $53, and there was only this much in the jar when you get it. Anyhow, and I'm taking some Chanca Piedra to help my kidneys filter out even more. And after this bouncing, I'm going to really take it easy. I'm not going to overexert myself. My kitchen needs a little bit of attention. I've got some citrus that I need to get juicing, all that citrus that we bought last week. But I want to encourage you guys, if you're feeling crappy, this is the most important time to get on a rebounder, because it's going to help open up and flush out all the stuff that you need to. Hello, Dalibor. I didn't get time to make the fudge last night, but definitely making it today. Awesome. Hi, Berns. Question. Was talking to my husband about allergies today. He has awful seasonal allergies, and basically every season. Yeah, because he's all mucused up. How much milk is he drinking? How much milk has he drank? When we get allergies, what that is the body's attempt, like my watery eye, right? That's not allergies. That is my lymphatic system trying to push out of any orifice that can excrete fluid, bodily fluid, lymphatic fluid. That is the body's attempt to clean and detox the body, because there's too much. When we get to a point where we're too saturated with toxins, even if you're not doing a detox diet, the body's going to try to detox your ass. You're going to get the cold. You're going to get the flu. Yeah, COVID. No. Yeah, there's shit going around. There's viruses all the time. You think this is new? It's not. It's the body's attempt to purge out and get rid of just that extra toxin stuff that you don't need, because you've been backed up all this time. Let me read on. I told him Dr. Morse believes it's the result of acidosis in the body, and my husband said that's false. All right. Okay, well, okay. It has to do with not having built up immunity as a baby by not being breastfed. Your thoughts? No, that's absolutely not true. It has everything to do with having too much dairy. I want to ask you a question. How much dairy does he drink? Cheese, milk, yogurt, kefir. How much dairy is he drinking? Is he a dairy lover? That's what it is. That's what it is. Good morning, Sam. Bouncing with everyone. Awesome, babe. Carol says, okay, thank you. You're welcome, darling. I agree. I so agree about the intense exercise. I used to beat myself into shape for years. Right, Lisa? I don't want that anymore. Me neither. I want this to be comfortable. I want this to be easy. I want this to be health focused. When you are doing exercise that is focusing on your health, meaning getting your system clean from the inside, it's not about building muscle. I've done that. It's not about getting super ripped and super lean. I've done that. I didn't feel great doing those kind of protocols. I was constantly sore, which is inflammation trying to rush in to help heal those muscle tendons that get stripped apart and ripped apart to get built up to make more muscle. I mean, if you want to do that, if you want to be muscle bound and all buffed up and all that, hey man, knock yourself out. I'm not there anymore. That's not my idea of health. That's not my intention for what I'm doing. My intention is very clear. My intention is to clean my body out so that I tap into my inner world of health and vitality. It's not so that I can be rocking some ripped quads and some big biceps. Although that's fine. Listen, I'm not judging. I'm just saying that's not where I'm at. So when I think about my health and vitality and what kind of exercise and workout that I'm going to do. By the way, all I do this for is 15 minutes. And if you do this for 15 minutes every day, I am telling you, you are going to feel better. You're going to clean out your lymphatic system more. You're going to shorten the length of the migraine headaches, if that's what any of you suffer with, like I do. By the way, I did not take any pain relief medicine. I did not take any pain relief medicine. That is huge for me. I've been addicted to pain, over-the-counter pain medication for 40 years. I'm 55, since I was 15 years old, and I did not take anything for that, and that was amazing. Cindy says, Dolly, good morning, Elsie. Finally made a vegan-friendly toothpaste. Awesome. Drop your recipe, girlfriend. Drop it in the comments. Actually, no, he doesn't consume that much dairy. Well, you don't need that much dairy. You need a piece of cheese. In fact, Dawn was talking about this. She was talking about how much she loves cheese. Dawn from Grayson's Way, and you don't need much. What does that much mean? What does that much mean? He doesn't feel good when he eats cheese, so he eats it sparingly. He doesn't feel good when he eats cheese because it's causing an allergic reaction to the cheese. His body is allergic. His body is trying to expel it. He goes days without any. Well, that's awesome. But then the days that he does it, he doesn't feel good. He's mostly a meat eater. Well, he just ate carnitas for breakfast. I love you. I love you for looking out for your husband. I love you for trying to encourage him onto this path. I love you for being patient as you watch the man of your dreams, the man that you love, the father of your children, struggle with his health. I love you for watching that and just loving him where he is. But he can enjoy his suffering and his opinion that this is bullshit. That's okay. That's all right. You do your thing. All right, Ashlyn? And maybe he'll come around. That's all I can say. But he is categorically wrong. It is the dairy. It 100% is the dairy. And it's not about eating dairy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. It's all the dairy that you've eaten up until now. I say, prove it wrong. Prove this wrong. Give up your dairy for 30 days. Give up your meat for 30 days and see what it does to your body. Ask your body, is this the right thing to do? Is this what I need to be doing? Is this what is causing it? He doesn't know because he's not stopping it. He's not giving this a chance to see in his body. But he can enjoy that suffering. That's all I got to say. I'm sorry. That's what I say in my head. Well, if you want to eat that crap, enjoy your suffering, babe. Enjoy your suffering. It's good. Thank you. Working through. I made a batch of Bernsey burgers yesterday to last me for the week. Awesome. How did they come out? Well, I know they came out great because, they're Bernsey burgers. Coconut oil, Mare gum powder or baking soda, essential oils, tea tree, clove, peppermint, agave powder if you want some sweetness. That sounds so good. I'm going to screenshot that. Oh no. Oh no, did I freeze? Okay, there we go. I have to use I used to have terrible allergies and would also get migraine headaches. They all went away when I started eating fruit. That's what I'm saying. Do this. Put it in your body. Don't believe me. Don't believe Rockstar Ruiz, who's lost 55 pounds doing this in the last year, during 2020, during the year that most people gained weight. Don't believe us. Put it in your body. You do it. Ask your body what it believes. Good morning, Matt and Rachel. Good morning, Berns. So glad to be here bouncing. I'm so glad that I came to bounce today. Janelle says, Ashlyn, your husband sounds like my husband. Yeah, I do wish he just trial and error with the raw vegan lifestyle and see if it makes a difference. Maybe one day he will. Maybe, you know when he will, when he's tired of the suffering. When you're literally done with the suffering and you're just like, all right, this is the last resort. I've never done that before. That sounds too easy. We got to start realizing that the chemistry that we put into our body directly affects how our bodies work. I mean, it seems like the simplest thing in the world. What's challenging is giving up the things that we are addicted to that are killing us. That's the challenging thing. And that dairy, all of that stuff, it's killing us. All of that poison, toxic food, stuff that is not fit for human consumption, but we have been led to believe that it is food. The dairy, the meat, the grains, the cooked grains, the sugars, the complex carbohydrates. Meanwhile, people are running around with fruit is so harmful for you. It's too much sugar. Give me that Big Mac and put some extra cheese on that. It's ridiculous, but that's all right. Whatever. That food processor cut down a significant amount of time when I made the burgers this time around. Oh yeah, baby. Were you chopping all those vegetables by hand before? I put everything through my juicer now and just pulp it out. Use the pulp. Even if you're not drinking milk or eating cheese, a lot of food products have milk in them. Read the labels, right? Yes, read the labels. Those carnitas. I bet you he had a little sprinkling of cheese on that, right? Carnitas, isn't that the pork? Listen, all of those things. It's a combination of, number one, having all of that acid meat in your system in the first place. So you're acidic. You're just topped up with acid. And then let's drop a little bit of cheese on top of that too. Well, you're going to get the runny nose, you're going to get the coughing, you're going to get the bronchitis, the asthma, you're going to get all of the sinusitis, you're going to get the itchy, watery eyes. Listen, I don't know what else to say except, all right, if you don't believe me, okay, you do you. I'm not doing it anymore. I used to be constantly, I was like Dawn, constantly with the runny nose. I had tissue everywhere. It was always scattered around. I would think, oh, well, there's one right there. Oops, I lied. There is one. All right, there is one Kleenex right there. But it would be everywhere. Couldn't go anywhere without having some in my pocket. I still do that if I'm out in the cold, because cold is an alkalizing experience in the body. And when it gets colder out, we have more of these detox symptoms coming out. We have more of this body wanting to purge and get rid of extra toxins through the lymphatic system orifices, the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the vagina, the rectum, the skin, right? Wherever you have mucosa, wherever you have pores to excrete stuff out of the body, your body's going to want to do that. And especially in the cold. I go in the cold, my eyes water, my nose waters, it's a whole thing. When I bounce on the rebounder, the left eye, man, the left eye. That's good. You used to eat like dairy and all that stuff, right? I used to love dairy. Oh my God. Remember I showed you when we went into Costco the other day? That's what I used. That's the main reason I used to have my Costco membership, so I can get the big slab of hard Parmesan cheese that's just so, and I would just whack off hunks of that and just eat it because, it's really good. It's great quality. It tastes amazing. Meanwhile, I was running around with all kinds of health issues, including cancer. You think it's just allergies. It may seem harmless right now, but it is a sign of acidosis. And what is cancer but end stage acidosis? You got to get that stuff on lockdown, people, or you're going to be regretting it. I've lived it. It's not fun. Oh, yes, for sure. I'm still addicted to pho and fried rice. I could eat Asian food every day, but can't anymore. So I totally get my husband's addictions too. I'm just loving him through it. Like you said, like you always advise, you got to just pour love all over. not P-O-O-R, pour love. No, pour that love on everybody around you. And you can do that by making these beautiful dishes that we make. You love Asian food? Oh my God, the spicy, I wonder if let me see if I can get this spicy Thai recipe up on the screen for you guys. But you do this spicy Thai dressing on your on chopped vegetables, zucchini noodles, all that kind of stuff. What you're looking for, what you're addicted to, is the flavor profile of it, right? Spicy Thai dressing. Oh my goodness! Look at that! Look at that salad. Let me pop this up into the share PNG. I can send this to my iPhone right now. Okay, it is sent. Alrighty. Okay, I am back. Let me pop this up on here. Go and make this spicy Thai dressing, babe. Let me get it in here. First of all, what I want to put this in my other folder. Hang on one second. Yes, photo library. Okay, here we go. I gotta go for a pee again, guys. This bladder infection is kicking my butt. Okay, screenshot this. It doesn't look like you can see it very clearly right now, but screenshot it, and then you can save it as an image on your phone, and then zoom up into the recipe card part on the right. I gotta run. I gotta go for a quick pee before we finish off class here. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Did you guys catch that screenshot? Were you able to zoom up on it and see the details? I think you should be able to do that, right? Let's see, Janelle. There we go. I used to eat too much dairy and gluten. That since I started juicing, I've been congested every day, but I know that's my body getting rid of it. Yeah, the stuff that we put in, guess what? You're going to feel it when it's leaving you. I even have had clogged tear ducts. Crazy how the body flushes this stuff out, right? It's crazy good. Good morning, Cheryl, everyone. Such a good morning. Cheryl says, good morning, everyone. Such a beautiful morning. It is indeed. I made vegan pho Friday. Oh my gosh, post the recipe. You don't have to post it here because I'm about to sign off because really, I don't know how much longer I can stay vertical right now. That's not true. That's a lie. I just feel like I really want to conserve my energy today. But post that recipe in the Facebook group, babe. I have a bladder infection again as well. Just the worst. How to get rid of it. Bouncing, rebounding, so that you can help your body to flush out the stagnant congestion in the bladder, because that's all that a bladder infection is, right? It is a interstitial stagnation happening in the bladder area. So I take this, I use D-mannose. This is 100% pure D-mannose. I took this, I'm not one to take supplements. I do not like taking isolates of anything, because I know from Dr. Morse that that is treating the symptom and not dealing with the cause. So when we do have symptoms, though, we do need some relief. I'm not going to take any pain medication, but I'm taking the D-mannose, which is a derivative of cranberries. And I am taking Chanca Piedra to help get my kidneys flushing out and keeping things going. And I'm sipping on, I'm not drinking 4 liters of juice today. I have done that shit before, and it has landed me in the hospital when I have a bladder infection. So what I'm doing is I'm sipping on my juice, my fruit juice, and in this case today I'm sipping on coconut water. The recipe is very blurry. I'm sorry. I will post it in the Facebook group. Okay. Oh, and by the way, I am on Telegram now. So if anybody wants to find me, I am on there as The Real Juicy Detox. And The Real Juicy Detox with 2 X's is my channel, the channel for The Real Juicy Detox. Nothing is posted in there. Maybe that's where I will start just posting up the recipe cards so that you guys have somewhere to see it. So yeah, I hope that we can get it up clearer for you. Thank you for that recipe. Excited to try it. Yeah, try it, baby. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, Duda. Your beautiful Giovanna was here. I don't know if she's still here, but I'm so glad that you guys have tuned in. Today, I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do a noon or evening class today, y'all. I am wanting to conserve my energy a little bit to facilitate my greatest healing within my body. And sometimes when we are having our detox symptoms, we need to just put everything else on hold and honor our body, honor the detox process within us that is happening within us. And for me, that means not exerting myself, although I love it. I freaking love connecting with you guys. It gives me life. It truly does. But I think I might just have a really quiet day today where I, putter around, clean up my kitchen, maybe experiment with a few different recipes. So yeah, I don't think we'll do a noon class today. Wait. But first, Berns, before you run off, can you elaborate on the juice landing you in the hospital with a bladder infection? Yeah, so it was 1988. Let's go way back to 1988. I know some of you weren't even born as yet. I'm old. Let's go way back to 1988. I had started to get a bladder infection. It was from intercourse. It was intercourse related. This is not. I know when it's intercourse related because it's exactly 24 hours after having intercourse and not peeing. So I did not know this at the time, but it was right around the time when I met my now ex-husband. And of course, you're doing all that fun stuff, but I didn't know that not peeing after having sex to flush out the bladder see what happens is that friction and that upward friction tends to, according to my understanding, I could be wrong, but it tends to push up the bacteria into your bladder that is really on its way out of the body. See, the body is naturally wanting to expel waste matter and bacteria and germs and all that stuff. And I did not know that. And I started to get this bladder infection. I remember it clear as day. I was standing in the gym and in the shower, and I thought, oh my God, what is with that burning and that extra pressure and so I did a little research, did a little looking around. I don't even know how I did that research because there was no internet then. But I got some information that said to drink cranberry juice in order to flush out the bladder. And so I got a big liter of cranberry juice and I started drinking that back. It was like, all right, let's get this cleaned out, right? It ended up exacerbating the bladder infection so much that I started peeing straight up blood. Like it was just like, it was just straight up blood. So we went to the hospital, and in the emergency room of the hospital, that was fun. That was fun. You know, Jane and Finch area where York University is. We were at York University at the time. And yeah, gunshot wounds sitting right next to me. And it was scary as AF. It was like crazy. But yeah, I was in that ER every 5 minutes, running to the bathroom, peeing straight blood. They gave me a bunch of antibiotics. They gave me sulfur, which is extremely toxic to the body. But it helped settle down the contractions, and the condition went away. And every single time that I have had a bladder infection, even slightly rear its head, I would run to the emergency room or the walk-in clinic or the doctor to get these sulfur tablets, and I would always save some in the fridge just in case it would come back, so that I can just start taking it proactively if I couldn't get to the doctor in time. So I have a chronic history of this, and it going from 0 to 100 in a minute. So I learned really, really quickly that every time I have intercourse, make sure to pee to evacuate the bladder. And that's what I've been doing. And this is not within that 24-hour period, because Dali even said, oh, did you go to the bathroom the other day? I was like, yes, I did. So it's not that. And that was 2 days ago. That wasn't 24 hours ago. So I see this now as whenever we get any of these detox symptoms coming up, these flare-ups of old conditions, remember, that is one of the, I pressed on the wrong thing there, my friend. Sorry, hold on. So if we go back to Detox 101, which card is it on? Which one is it on? Anyhow, on one of these cards in Detox 101, where we see the different things that you might experience as you're cleaning out your body. Where is the one that says, all right, so like mild headaches? Yeah, I got the mild headache going on. Disease symptoms increasing temporarily. So anytime, or old conditions coming back up is the one that I wanted. I think that was on strong. Where is strong number 3, I think? Or number 4. Old suppressed symptoms reappear, as in the case of someone with poison ivy that Dr. Morris was helping. They had poison ivy as a child. They started doing the detox. Poison ivy came back in exactly the same spots as they had it when they were a child, not being exposed current day to poison ivy. And that is the same exact thing that's happening in my body. So I know that this is a strong cleansing and strong detox symptom. So I'm not going to rush to the doctor and have them help me suppress it again with more antibiotics. I'm just going to support my body, do my rebounding so that my lymphatic system can open up to clear out the stagnation that's happening in my bladder. I'm not freaking out. I'm not, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? Why am I Come on. It's detox, okay? It is detox. All right, let's see here. So that was that story. Amy, good morning, babe. Good morning, Cheryl. Cheryl says, good morning, Amy. Do you think it was your body's acidosis at the time causing the cranberry juice not to do its job? Because I would have thought that juice would really help with that. I don't know. I don't get wrapped up in trying to figure out, well, why was it? Was it the cranberry juice? Was it I don't know. But what I do know is that Dr. Morris is not a fan of cranberries. He's not a fan of the cranberries as as a food in general. I've heard him say it, and I'm like, really? Wow, damn. Who knew? It's a berry, number one. But so I don't know why it was. Maybe it was too much liquid going on in my body. Maybe I don't get, I don't have, there's too much going on in my brain to occupy it with trying to figure out what that was all about 30 plus years ago. So what I do now is I just focus on what I know now. And what I know now is that getting on the rebounder is the best thing that I could have done for myself this morning. And that's why I did not cancel class. Getting on to taking a few really helpful things that have been really gentle. And the last time I had my bladder infection, it was last summer. I was in the middle of my detox. Like, I started June 1st. So this happened in August. We were out camping in the middle of nowhere. And yeah, I didn't know that either. I learned that from Dr. Morse. Good morning, Duda. And don't ask me why. I don't exactly know. Let's just suffice it to say, if you want to find out, go on to rawfigs.com, and search cranberry and see what he says. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? What was I saying there? I can't remember what I was saying right before that. But yeah, getting on the rebounder, very, very helpful. Getting rest when our body, I was saying that in last summer, when I started to get this bladder infection again, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, what if this turns into, I need to go to the hospital. I'm in the middle of nowhere. We're in Bobcaygeon. We're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Like, yeah. And then I messaged my girlfriend, Vicky. We were chatting, Vicky Rollins, you know, Vicky. And she told me about D Manos. And I happened to find a health food store in the middle of Bobcaygeon, because it's the middle of nowhere, but there are, you know, very, it's a somewhat exclusive kind of cottage country, kind of. So there happened to be a good quality health food store. I went there, got the D Manos, and slowly throughout the course of the day of taking this D Manos, it started to subside a little bit. But the bladder infection itself lasted for 2 weeks. And but not in a full on ramped up symptom kind of way. I could feel it there. Every time I would go to the bathroom, I could feel the extra need to squeeze out a little bit more. All right, Dottie, I'll let you out in a minute. We're finishing class soon. Just a minute. So it wasn't a full-on ramped up bladder infection, but it was there, and it took me 2 weeks for it to just leave my system. So, you know, and here it is again. Started with a migraine headache yesterday, now gone into, so I'm cleaning stuff out. I'm just a curious bird, always have been, must be where my son gets it. Constant questions all day long. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. And especially, oh gosh, you want your children to be questioning and inquisitive and wondering and trying to figure out their world. But as we learn, if you're too much up in the mental mind and you've got this monkey mind needing to figure out everything, it kind of blocks us from actually just getting down to business and doing the job. We cannot figure everything out in the body, but what we can do is we can support the body in the simple, known ways to help the body heal and clean itself out. And that's what I'm doing. So are you ready to go out? Okay, come, I'll let you out. Come on. Ow! What was that? I hurt my toe on something in the hallway. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with being curious by any means. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying that it's too much work. You can exhaust yourself with too much of the questioning and needing to figure out all the things. Question things. Always question things. By all means, don't believe anything wholesale that I have to say, that Dr. Morse has to say, that your doctor has to say, that some interesting article on the internet has to say. Always, question things. Like, ask yourself, is this sitting with me, and do I feel this to be truthful for me, for where I am right now? And if yes, awesome. If not, awesome. Whatever, right? At least that's how I live my life. That's how I do it. All right, guys, I'm so grateful that I decided to come live today and not just stay in bed, because I would still be in bed and I would not have gotten my lymphatic system moving. My tear ducts would not be clearing themselves out. It's always my left eye, only my left eye. It's crazy. And I wouldn't be here chatting with you guys. So I want to really thank you all. Like I said, as you know, at the end of every class is kind of when I kind of set up for the next class and let you know what's coming. On the next class, I'm pretty sure it's going to be tomorrow morning for Bouncing with Berns. I need to channel all of the rest of my energy for today inside so that my body can properly heal and be up and running smoothly. If I change my mind on that, I'll let you know. Set your notifications here on the YouTube and on Facebook so that you see me first. Download the Telegram app, you guys, because should anything shut down on YouTube, on Facebook, on Messenger, whatever, you can find me on Telegram. I will change my, I think I'm gonna put my personal individual messaging, put that back to finding me just by typing in @BernsBedard, no spaces, on Telegram, and then I'm gonna change the channel, the Real Juicy Detox channel, back to the Real Juicy Detox, no spaces. And how do you find that? If you go on to a Safari or a web browser and you type in the letter T .me/Berns Bedard or the Real Juicy Detox, you will find me on the Telegram. It's like Messenger. It's like a Messenger app, but more secure. So I don't know. Everybody that I'm following that's doing the good work of figuring out everything that's happening in the world right now are talking about that. I'm on Telegram. I'm on these different other platforms just in case. I want you guys to be able to find me. And of course, I have my website, therealjuicydetox.com, and Berns@therealjuicydetox.com is my email. So I'm just preparing us all. This is the next week coming up. This coming week things are going to continue to be fast moving. And just in case you're looking for me and you can't find me for whatever reason, I don't know, it could happen. I'm just saying, stuff is going down. It could happen. You'll be able to find me. Okay? I love you all so very much. Mwah. I will see you soon. Have a great Sunday, everybody.